Sa tingin niyo po, mula po sa panig po ni President Rodrigo Duterte, yung defense team at saka yung sa prosecution po, paano po sila, how would you, what can you say about how it went?
Okay, magandang tanong yan kasi ako, na-monitor ko yung buong ICC confirmation hearing from day 1 hanggang sa last day, which is yung 4 na araw kasi yan eh.
Yes, oo.
So far, ang assessment ko kasi ganito, this is an objective assessment na if you really listen carefully and at logically, kung logic lang ang pag-uusapan, I think when you talk about the prosecution, makikita mo na maraming loopholes ang prosecution. And I think they were not able really to satisfy the elements ng contextual elements ng tinatawag mong crimes against humanity ng Article 7 of the Rome Statute. Kasi ang pinaka-importante kasi doon, may establish mo yung mga elements, especially yung tinatawag mong systematic and massive. Kasi yun yung pinaka-importante. So far, the way I see, assessment ko lang, masyadong hindi ganun alam mo yung paglalahad ng presentation ng mga prosecutor, ng mga lawyers ng prosecutor, especially ang representative ng sinasabi mong victim, ang paglalahad nila is more emotional, it's very political, it's not necessarily legal in that sense. Hindi nila kasi mapagtagpi-tagpi at hindi nila maipakita how really the case against former President Duterte naging crimes against humanity. Kasi kung titignan mo, 3 counts, 78 ang kanilang concrete victims. And if you really look at it, lahat yan criminal. If you really want to satisfy the contextual elements of the Rome Statute, Article 7, you have to put it into hard evidence na may tinatawag kang systematic and massive, and at the same time, a segment of the civilian population ang tinatarget ng drug war during former President time. At saka when you talk about civilian, though technically lahat naman ng tao na hindi na sa law enforcement ay matatawag mong civilian, pero in this case, it's very obvious, even the prosecutor, ang kanilang presentation, the drug war was pursuing criminals, drug lords. So these are not necessarily, technically speaking, civilian in that case. So malinaw na kung ako ang mag-a-assess, yung prosecution mahina. Pero yung defense, makikita mo I think, to be fair with Attorney Kaufman, he did a good job really, and trying to debunk the arguments coming from the prosecution, and at the same time was able to present na hindi nasasatisfy nung case against former president ang tinatawag mong crimes against humanity. He was able to present ang isa sa pinaka-importanting dapat tandaan dun sa proceedings na nangyari is yung definition ng tinatawag mong to neutralize. Kasi yun ang inulit-ulit ng prosecution na there was really an intent to neutralize criminals. Ang definition kasi ng prosecution is to neutralize is to kill. When in fact, in our context in the Philippines, and I've also because sinubaybayan ko yung drug war, I've written a lot of articles about it, and it was posted in ASEAN Post, na to neutralize, as far as President Duterte is concerned, his administration, it's not necessarily mean to kill, but it was actually to subdue, to disarm, and to legally incapacitate the criminals. So, yun ang isa sa pinaka-solid na argument ni Kaufman, and at the same time, naipresenta din niya yung mga, how do you call that, yung mga policy, state policy, at sinasabi niya na as far as the state, which is with reference to the administration of former President Duterte, there was no state sanction or policy to specifically and massively kill civilians. Though doon sa prosecutor, ang mga prosecutors napaka-generalized ng kanyang description. Ang lagi nilang sinasabi, thousands of killings, pero pag sinabi mong thousands of killings, if you are in a court and you're filing a case against another person, you need to identify this and tie them together, which is, from my perspective, hindi masyadong na-establish ng prosecution. So